because I think sometimes for me, I go through things where I bring prayers to the Lord and I'm like, I know you don't get it, God.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm struggling
Sure,
with.
sure.
And you're like, Jesus doesn't know my family because we get into fist fights. And it's like, no, Jesus's family got into fist fights.
Yeah.
Like
Cut off people's ears.
like a few hours after they had the Last Supper,
Right.
you know, and the great upper room discourse.
Right.
And Peter's like, I'm going to stab this bro.
In the ear.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Welcome to the Revolve Recap Weekly Podcast, hosted by David McCumber and Bill Lackey. Our goal is to help the members of Revolve Church deepen their connection to God, His family, the church, and His mission, while keeping you in the loop with everything happening in our community.
Hey, here we are. You're here. We're here. You know what time it is? It's that Revolve recap time, right?
Revolve recap.
Hey, did your eyes get healed?
Yeah, I got healed. Miracle.
Amazing.
It's a miracle of the Lord.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
need
If you
reading
weren't,
glasses. Gina said I don't need reading glasses unless they're attractive. Then she said, then I can wear them. But she's like, take those reading glasses off.
okay,
Then she punched me.
but you didn't see it coming because you
didn't,
can't see.
Because I'm farsighted.
You're far. I don't know what that means.
Bam. Only see far away.
Isn't Far Side a comic?
The far side, not farsighted.
Oh, Far Side.
Far
Not
side.
Farsighted.
What was that? Gary Lawson? What was that guy's name?
I don't remember.
I
I think
don't
I think it got canceled.
I remember he did get canceled. Actually, I think he got saved at the end of his life. No, that was the Dilbert guy.
Yeah, that
Dilbert
was
guy got
Dilbert.
saved on his deathbed.
Yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I remember Far Side. Remember that you'd go to like Hallmark and get the Far Side greeting cards?
Mm-hmm.
There was one Far Side greeting card that I remember. I think I got it for Steve. And it was like a birthday card. And it was this guy laying on the ground. He was just laying on the ground. And it's like two people are looking at him. There's like a car about to drive over him. And the caption was, encumbered with a low self-image, Bob takes a job as a speed bump. Steve thought that was hilarious.
Steve? Is
Probably-
Steve a Far Side guy? He doesn't strike me as
I mean,
a
I
Far
don't know if I'd
Side
say he's
guy.
a Far Side guy.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have like the bathroom reader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Jason Tozer, he's probably a Far Side guy.
You think he's got
Roger
a-
Tozer's a Far Side guy.
Yeah, I was
know.
gonna say Jason's dad definitely has a
Yeah.
Far Side bathroom reader.
Yeah. You know who's probably a Far Side guy? If he's not, Scotty. Strikes me as a Far
You
Side
think?
guy. Yeah.
I think this guy's more of a Calvin and Hobbes guy
I like Calvin and Hobbes. I like them a
because
lot.
you're into physics.
Well, it's
Welcome
that
to
time of the
Revolve
day.
Recap, guys.
It's that time of the day where we're going to get into it's not called the Quatad anymore.
Whoa. I don't even know who you are. You didn't introduce yourself. You didn't introduce me.
Oh, I'm a man who needs no introduction.
His name is David. My name is Bill. We're
Yep.
the hosts. We go to Revolve Church in Cape May, not the one in Durham, North
yeah,
Carolina.
that always,
We're not associated with them. Stop asking me. You guys
Yeah.
connected with the one in Durham? No.
no, I don't even know where Durham is.
Durham.
Raleigh Durham Airport.
That's it. That's all I know. But no, we're
Fine.
part of the Revolve family in North Cape May, New Jersey. And unlike the one in Raleigh, Durham, we do quatads.
Yep, we do. And that's a question they question the of day.
David, I got a question for you.
What is the question of the day? Quatad.
Well, this isn't the question of the day, but this is a side question. We're developing a pretty robust user base.
Oh yeah. I think we might break 50 this
Do you
week.
think if we made up Quatad t-shirts, you think we could sell them?
No, I think the what we have that is worth selling is what you chewing on.
What you chewing on?
I think because if you like spelled it out phonetically, like what you chewing
and you
on.
did it in like that 80s kind of like 80s, you know what I'm talking
Yep.
about?
Mm-hmm.
Crossfire.
Yep. Or you could do mailbag. We could sell plushies. Mailbag. Little
man.
hands and feet.
If you guys would want some Revolve Recap swag
Ooh. And by
At
you, we're
cost.
meaning
at cost, because
Gina,
we're not
'cause
going
you're
to
the
make
only
any
one that actually
money off it,
listens.
but at cost. So like if we made up the file and we were like, hey, if you want a t-shirt,
So when you were like, hey, who listens to the Revolve recap? And like 100 people cheered.
I was like at least 1,000.
Who are these people and what did they think they were going to win by cheering? Be like,
Maybe
we
they-
listen.
Maybe they
Do they
listen
not
on
know that-
Spotify instead of YouTube.
Nobody listens on Spotify.
Maybe
We got like 3 listeners on
I know
Spotify.
what it is.
What is it?
I bet you they're all having watch parties So it's only one view, but it's like 20
yeah,
people in the room,
yeah.
and they're like eating popcorn,
Yeah.
crushing cans.
Yeah, there's like
against-
4 DGs and they all get
And
together.
they all get together every week.
And they listen to the podcast. That's what it is. So it's only one
Yes, one
view,
view.
but there's 80 people watching it
Yes.
at once.
And they're all in like Eddie's barn.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is
I bet
true.
that's what happens.
Yep. Zach's probably streaming it at Gusto.
At Gusto, yeah.
Yep.
He's canceled trivia night
Yep. And
for
they just play
podcast
it.
night.
There it is. Okay.
Podcast Thursdays.
Here we
Everybody's
go.
like, yes!
They got their homemade Quatad shirts on.
Homemade.
All right. What's the Quatad today?
Are you ready?
Yep.
I have 2 because I didn't know if the one would be like too short.
Okay.
Now, if you have to think about it for a second, we'll do like the Jeopardy music or something.
No, I don't think about anything.
Okay, all right. What's a
That's the problem.
All right. What's a popular food that everyone pretends to like but is actually pretty gross?
Oh. Sauerkraut.
Who thinks sauerkraut's popular?
Everyone who has gone to a baseball game and ordered a hot dog,
Okay. All right. I hear you. I
right?
see
They
what you're
put
saying.
sauerkraut on hot dogs, and nobody likes sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Do you like sauerkraut? You like
I'm
sauerkraut,
German.
you Austrian.
It's good probiotics.
Yeah, I'm not a good judge of that because I'm so picky. Because
You
I
are
would be like
picky.
chicken on the bone.
David won't eat. He won't eat dark meat.
Oh, Corey, couple nights ago was eating chicken on the bone, and he was like putting a whole bone in his mouth and chewing
Yeah,
it,
you
and he was
gotta-
trying to get the marrow out.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what are you, a Cameron? That's something I
Like
could
that.
totally see they do at the Cameron house.
I think that's offensive.
Yeah, well, they don't listen.
So okay.
So that's what I
appreciate
think.
your
I think
answer, but I
sauerkraut.
appreciate your answer, but I'm gonna redirect that hair.
All right. Well, what do you think?
What's a trending food that everyone pretends to like because you're supposed to like it?
What's a trending food? What does that mean? Like fried Oreos?
Well, like for example, like in the last few years, poke bowls are popular or something like that. Where it's like
yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this is cool." Like, "Oh yeah, I
Burrito
love,
bowls,
I love
poke bowls.
sashimi, whatever it might be."
Yeah, that
because you're
is-
supposed to like it.
Yeah. Iced coffee. I'm not a fan of iced coffee. I want like hot
It's
coffee.
actually gross. You actually think it's gross, though?
I think, yeah, I don't like cold coffee.
Yeah,
Like if it gets cold, it's not any good anymore.
that's right.
Pour it out and I get a new cup.
That's what happens when I leave my coffee pot unplugged.
Yeah.
I made iced coffee.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And you're like, oh, I'll put this in a fancy cup and sell it for twice as much
Mhm.
with whipped cream on top.
Yeah, I hear that.
But yeah. I mean, avocados aren't that good.
Mm.
I mean, I put avocados
wow,
on
avocado
sandwiches.
toast, that kind of idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't
You
know
might
if I
get beat up.
necessarily like avocados. You know, like I can't just eat an avocado on its own. Like I
Yeah.
could eat a potato, you know, or
Yeah, I think uncooked potatoes are poisonous.
that would explain so much.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
For real?
sure. I think so.
That's not true.
I
That's not
you Google
true.
that.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
Google
sure
anything.
uncooked potatoes are poisonous. You have to cook them.
That's just something AI tells you.
Well, I think a popular food that everyone pretends to like, but's actually pretty gross, would be Takis.
Oh,
There, I said it.
Yeah.
Takis. Nobody actually like them. You just think it's cool.
Yeah.
They're so spicy. Oh, all the food dye. I don't think people actually like them. I think they just, if you really like spicy food, then go get some curry. Don't act like you like Takis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you, Billy?
Mr. Taki,
Is that who it was?
George Takai.
I just feel like someone
George
ate
Taki.
Takis in your car and got Taki dust all over,
All
and you're
over
just
my,
all mad.
all over my white couch. at home.
Oh man!
All right, so that was the one quatad. No,
Oh.
the second quatad is this.
Wow, this is a double. This is
Well,
a
we don't have
bonus.
any mailbag.
A bonus feature. That's true.
So
That's
here's
true.
my second quatad. What's a conspiracy theory you'd invent just for fun?
Oh boy.
Conspiracy theory you'd invent just for fun, just to get a rise out of people.
I did a bad thing when I was in high school.
Oh, so you actually did invent a conspiracy theory?
No, I just told a lie that I thought was funny. You know how when you're in high school,
Mhm.
you think things are funny and they're really not?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I should tell this story. I don't even.
Well, give it a second because we've had some times before we had to edit things out.
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not going to tell that story.
Well, how about I tell mine while you think about
Conspiracy
yours?
theory?
I once told David that my real name, because my name's William, and
Yeah.
I told David that my name was Liam, not William, not Bill. And I told him that when I moved down here, people saw William, they started calling me Bill, and I tried to correct people, but after a while I just gave up and I just started going by Bill.
So
He
mad.
got so mad, he literally tracked down my sister's contact information on Instagram, and he reached out to her to ask her if Liam was my real name. Because he first went to Gina, and as soon as he asked Gina, does Bill really go by William or Liam? And she, without a beat, was like, "Oh yeah."
Now, in my defense,
Conspiracy.
my feelings were really hurt because I thought we were good friends. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what you think of our friendship. You think I'm a little baby.
Well,
But I was like,
hold
of
on a second.
all
Guys, pause. The ambulance is driving by.
of all the traveling we had done together, all the, stories we had swapped on plane rides.
Well, the story you swapped with Bill, not with Liam.
And I was like, how did I not know this? And my
Mhm.
feelings were so hurt. And then the fact that you lied to me, because that's really what you did. You lied. And you know what the Bible says about lying.
do my Trump face.
Oh, so what's the question again? What's a
conspiracy that you'd invent just for fun?
I always thought it would be fun to like make up like fake pictures of like things, like where I took a picture of like the boys in the backyard playing, and then like Photoshop like a Sasquatch or something like in the distance.
Joe Biden eating an ice cream cone.
Yeah. Oh, I have done that. But you know what I mean? Like, and like post it on like Facebook and just be like, oh, look, Seth and Corey playing soccer
And
in the
see if anybody
backyard.
notices.
And then be like, oh, I always thought that would be cool because like 5 years ago, you had to kind of like no Photoshop.
Sure.
Like now you can make fake pictures all the time.
Yeah.
But that was always a thing. Or like make like fake crop circles, like go and
Ooh.
like
I could see you doing that.
like, I always thought that would be cool to do like some sort of thing, but then not tell anybody about it.
Not even Melissa.
Yeah. Remember those things that were like showing up like in the desert?
Oh,
They
the
were, like,
monoliths.
real tall.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
monoliths. No one
And
ever knew.
You know, that's just some guy. He probably did that like in the 60s and just was like,
some nerd who's got way too much time on his hands.
yeah. So I think that would be a conspiracy theory, I guess I would.
He's out there with a MIG welder in the middle of the Arizona desert. I'm just putting this together.
I don't think the Liam one is really a conspiracy theory. That was more of just a lie that you told to hurt my feelings.
Wow.
What would be a conspiracy theory that you would do?
Oh, a conspiracy theory? I don't know, David. I'm not fancy like you, you know? All I
Yeah.
do is just lie to my friends. If I think of a good one by the end of the mailbag.
You got to think of like, I think trying to like debunk it. I think that's
Debunk what? Like they didn't actually go to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is, let me get rid of this. Someone's texting me.
Whoa.
President Biden.
Wow.
Ex-President Biden.
Yeah.
He's texting me. He's got an ice cream cone. He wants to smell my hair.
Jeez. Tell me who you voted for without telling me who you voted for.
Oh, no,
Jeez.
I just lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Artemis. Great as Artemis of the Ephesians. Conspiracy theories. Oh, yeah. So one of our friends is currently in another state and is looking for a church while he's there for a few months.
Okay.
And visited a church yesterday, and the pastor's whole sermon was on flat Earth.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And he didn't walk out. He just took pictures.
Yes.
He talked about the ice wall and everything. And I was thinking about that. And I was thinking to myself yesterday, I was like, why would this pastor preach on it? And now I know. I
That's
forgot
good.
about the Artemis stuff.
Yeah, they came back and now there's all these videos now of like, apparently they were doing these experiments and then there was like a glass of water that like wasn't floating. That's like in the corner of the shot and all that. And wow, you have to tell me who the friend was off camera. I'm excited about
Great
this.
as Artemis of the Ephesians is what they said at the church.
Artemis of the Ephesians, wasn't that like kind of what
Aphrodite.
they kind of,
So that caused the riot, the Ephesian riot.
yeah. Well, that was the question of the
maybe
day.
they were actually, maybe when Paul was in Ephesus and they had the riot, we thought it was about Artemis the Ephesians, but it was actually about Artemis the rocket, the spaceship.
That's true. That's true. That was that was one where all the craftsmen got up in arms, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, nah, now what are we gonna build?
We're gonna build.
We can't build
And
nothing.
they all talked like the guy from Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Greedo?
Whatever his name
the
is.
little bug?
I don't know what
He's
his
like,
name.
hey, I'm trying to tell you this stuff. Well, that was the question of the day. What do you
Pod racer.
What are you gonna eat that you don't really like?
What is something that everybody acts like is so good, but you and I both know it's disgusting?
Salt and vinegar potato chips. That's another
Gina
one.
Gina will punch you in the mouth if you say
Whenever
that too
I
loudly.
eat them, I feel like my jaw's gonna lock up. My ears start to hurt.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
Let's move on because this is going to cause a fight.
Okay, so we're gonna move on. Man, I want to think of a conspiracy though.
Maybe we'll drop a conspiracy on Revolve and not tell them.
Oh, we could do a conspiracy podcast.
No, too many of those. Besides, you and I already have the 3 that we run on the side, like off book.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
All right, so we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll
take
come back
a break for a sermon recap.
sermon recap.
It needs a better song.
All right, we'll be right back. Who's the friend?
Caden.
All right, welcome back. Bill and I still haven't figured out a conspiracy that we want to start.
But we have figured out a jingle for the sermon recap.
Sermon recap. It's better than conspiracies.
It's a work in progress.
Is there a Bible verse about conspiracies?
There is.
Don't listen
It's
to
in
them.
Isaiah.
Don't listen to conspiracies. And
Yes.
I feel like that was one that I shared all the time during COVID.
It's a great verse.
Yeah.
Isaiah 8:12. And the verse in Isaiah 8:12 is, "Do not call conspiracy everything this people calls a conspiracy. Do not fear what they fear and do not dread it." Which is actually a great verse because if you think about it, that's what conspiracies are all about. It's about fear-mongering.
Yes.
And so you're like, oh, the government's trying to trick us and eat our brains. Fear.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to lie to us about the earth being flat. Fear. It's all fear.
Could we make a friendly conspiracy? Like, there's going to be a rainstorm that only drops cake on Friday. Because that would be cool.
Sure. I mean, yeah, David. That's his conspiracy he'd invent. Cake rain.
Cake rain. Maybe that's more of a dream. That's more of a dream. Cake.
Cake rain.
All right. So, sermon recap.
Upcoming t-shirt, though. Just cake rain. The guy with the little umbrella. Cake coming down.
Yep. And the dog, he's like,
Max is eating the cake.
oh, man. All right. So, sermon recap.
Yeah. I mean, you
First
recapped
John.
it. I preached it. You
First
recap it.
John, 4 verses.
Here's a conspiracy for you.
Yes.
The whole reason we started this Revolve recap is because I actually just want to make sure David pays attention to my sermons.
Yeah. So, the only way I could get me to take notes.
I was like, David, recap the
Man, the water cooler is possessed by a demon. There's a conspiracy. Did you hear that noise?
I did. I actually, there was Nessie was in there.
That's a.
So yeah, so I said, David, the only way I can get you to pay attention is if we start this podcast.
That's not true.
Is that true
That's
or is
not
that
true.
a conspiracy?
No, the reason we started sermon recap was because we wanted people, because a lot of times people would ask you questions after the sermon,
Sure.
or there would be like things that you would want to go in and touch on a little deeper, but you didn't have time to. So that's really why we did it. I always pay attention to your sermons.
Yep. Yeah, I get a lot
When
of
I'm
questions.
awake.
What is your favorite color?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really crucial questions.
Yeah.
All right, sermon recap. David, what was your
So the sermon
summary?
recap was what you did is you took 1 John chapter 1 verses 1 through 4, talking about John's experience with the human and God, 100% human, 100% God
incarnation.
of Jesus, and like what that meant. That was Jesus was there was 3 points. I can't remember them honestly, but it was
he was in the flesh.
He was in the
He
flesh.
came as a witness and he came to bring joyful community.
Yes. And then Bill took that and then turned it around onto us that we are now the witness. And that was
Plot twist.
that was good. That was
Did
good.
you see that coming?
I didn't see it coming.
Man.
And then it was, now we are the witness. We are, to be Jesus, and we are to bring people into loving community. And that was like, boom. That was so good. That
Resonated with you?
Yeah, it was good. I texted you during the sermon. Sorry. I feel bad because I sit in the front row, but
I had it on Do Not Disturb.
But the line that you said was something on the lines of that what is wrong with Christianity is we embrace the facts. We don't embrace the life. The facts about Jesus, but not the life of Jesus. We believe in Jesus, but we're not following Jesus. We believe the apologetics and the historical truths of Jesus, but we're not living out the way of Jesus.
Yeah.
And that was, for the early church, that's what they did. They were living it out because they didn't have to get like Wesley Huff or someone to give them the historical data, because they were like, well, John saw them. We trust John. So now we're just going to live it out. And so that was really powerful.
That's good. I'm glad it was powerful for you.
Yep.
So that was the big thing you're chewing on?
Yeah.
I mean, your big takeaway.
No, my big takeaway was, it's not about facts. And I had a conversation with someone last week, and they asked me for a resource on, there was another thing too. I'll talk about that later. They asked me for a resource or a book on debating people from other religions. Okay. And it was Jehovah's Witness. They had met a Jehovah's Witness and they wanted to be more equipped to debate them. And kind of in the moment, I was like, well, you're not going to out debate a Jehovah's Witness because they're like studied, unless you like really put the time in.
Yeah.
Like if they're going door to door, they've already put the time in.
Yeah.
To refute all of your rebuttals.
Right.
And, but, kind of in that sermon and like what you were in the sermon, I started to think about it. It's like, I don't know if I want to be debating people over that,
Sure.
It's like, what is it? Because all you win is the debate.
Yeah.
You're not winning the heart of the person.
But you lose the war.
Yeah. So I think that was my big takeaway. And then my other big takeaway, so I guess two big takeaways, two medium takeaways, I guess.
Because we had two quotads.
Yeah. Is Jesus, and I talked about this in Monday morning prayer, was there's nothing that Jesus experienced as a human that we haven't experienced in some form.
Yeah.
Jesus may not have had a wayward child, but he had Judas who betrayed him, and he had
Jerusalem. He says, I wish to draw you near.
And you think about even with I was thinking about in the garden when Peter pulls the sword out and stabs a guy, cuts his ear off, that's a pretty, you know what I mean? Be like, well, Jesus doesn't know my family because we get into fist fights. And it's like, no, Jesus's family got into fist fights.
Yeah. Cut off people's ears.
A few hours after they had the Last Supper.
Right.
And the great upper room discourse.
Right.
And Peter's like, I'm going to stab this bro.
In the ear.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah. So it's
aim.
There was just nothing that you can bring to Jesus that he can't relate to. And I was just really encouraged by that, because I think sometimes for me, I go through things where I bring prayers to the Lord and I'm like, I know you don't get it, God.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm struggling with.
Sure.
And you're like, and Jesus is like, no.
He's like, I'm your great high priest, David.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep. So those are my takeaways.
Well,
you done did good, Billy.
Well, thanks, Davey. My takeaway was just how much damage disembodied Christianity does to our churches and to our Christian peoples
So
in the
what-
United States.
What would you mean by disembodied?
Like where we
Like zombies? Like zombie
Yeah,
Christians?
like where we have this idea of Christianity where it's like, you know, well, you just, you know, you go to your mega church and you don't have any relationships with people, but like you listen to great sermons and,
yeah.
you know, like you go do traveling soccer. So you only come to church once a month, but like, don't worry, you're listening to the Revolve recap, like that kind of idea. And it's like, you're living a disembodied Christianity.
Yeah.
And when I think about what discipleship really is, this is the big thing that people don't understand about discipleship. So listen up. It's not about what you know. It's the combination of relationship with God revealing who he is and who you are. So like knowledge is only part of it, because it's like you can't learn to love other people who aren't like you or who frustrate you or who are struggling with sin if you're not in a relationship. And you can't really learn not just to like proclaim the gospel, but Paul says he proclaimed the gospel in power and not with persuasive words. It's like literally the opposite of everything that we strive to do. And you think about, we talked about this today in prayer, where it's like there's like generations, if you look at our own culture, that they just have all these disconnects. And I think part of that disconnect is people who grew up in disembodied, you know, attractional church, mega church environment where it's like, you know, we're just trying to show you how cool Christianity is, but you don't have any relationships, you don't have anything of depth or substance with people. No, nobody's in your corner, nobody's going to come to your funeral, like all that kind of stuff. And I think about, and I know this isn't Christian, but like I think about the assassin, who was it? I don't remember which one it was. So forgive me if it was the kid who tried to shoot Trump or if it was the kid who killed Charlie Kirk. But it's like one of them like was a complete loner and only had friends on his Discord channel. And like when he, like afterwards, like his Discord channel literally was like talking about him, like
making fun of him.
And it's like, these people were never your friends, bro. Like you just, and so that idea of like disembodied relationship, and the damage it does and the damage it's doing to our world. And it really makes you like, these people on Roblox aren't your friends.
Yeah.
Like that kind of idea. And it's really sad because I feel like our kids are growing up, especially young men, because they're more likely to play video games, are growing up in this environment where it's like your relationships are disembodied.
Yeah.
Pornography, disembodied. Video game, disembodied. It's all this disembodied relationship. It's not real. And it's like, how do you explain to this next generation that this is from Satan?
Yeah. Like
this is from Satan, so you don't understand Christianity.
Yeah.
And it's like really heavy when you think about it, you know?
Yeah, I think as a parent and
I think every parent of teenage boys, this would resonate with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not like, you know, girls are different from boys. Boys they want to play, you know, whatever boys play. They want to play Fortnite together or Counter-Strike together or, you know, Crossfire. No, but it's like that's part of like teenage boy culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, I think, and I read a lot of, you know, books, and you're always just trying to learn about, you know, different parenting techniques and all that. And that's a really hot topic right now, is this idea of kids socializing online. And you read, you know, blogs or books or, you know, whatever, and they'll say, well, that's how this generation connects is, you know, so don't get down on your kid if they only, you know, are only playing Roblox and that's the only connection that they have. And it's like, that may be true. That's how they connect. That's how this generation connects, but it doesn't make it right.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I could use a little bit more crass of an example, it's like, it may be true that a lot of 20-somethings meet their boyfriend or girlfriend on Hinge with a one-night stand, but it doesn't mean that's how you should find it. It's like the same kind of idea. And it's like, so, but as a parent, I appreciate the tension where you're like, do I want my kid to have no relationships or do I want my kid to have relationships that are less than ideal?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's something that Gina and I talked about when we were debating about our kids going back to public school. We were like, do we want to pull them away from their homeschool community, but we have, more like consistent academics? And it's like, or do you say, well, we're not going to have consistent academics, but at least we have consistent community.
Yeah.
And you're like, you always feel like you're trading something off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So disembodied, is that another word for zombie? Like if you say, were they disembodied?
I mean, zombie Christians, that's like Walking Dead. Zombies, like they eat brains.
Yeah. I just feel like,
disembodied
anything that's
would be like more like
disembodied is
ghosts. It'd be like
not-
more like ghosts.
Oh.
Ghost Christians.
So there's no substance. You can see through them. I feel like
That's it.
that. I feel like disembodied
They're
Christian.
probably on Scooby Doo
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Committing some sort of heist.
heist.
Yeah.
It's the farmer's uncle.
Yeah. So get together with people in
Chew on
community, be together,
Guys, it's a great time of year to get together with people.
get together, watch the podcast with your group.
We know
Get
you
together.
are.
We know
you
We
are.
know you are.
But maybe start some more watch parties.
But yeah, I mean, so the challenge with that, and I mean the challenge that I have with that, and I think that I'm finding that with my kids too, is because the culture is online.
Yes.
When you want to go against that culture,
You have no friends.
you have no friends, and you end up being alone because like I'll say to Seth, like, man, when I was your kid, I'd just be out riding bikes around the neighborhood, and he's like, there's nobody out riding bikes for me to hang out with. Like,
Except for that one kid who rides his bike down Bayshore Road at 10:30 p.m. in the middle of the road while
yes.
flipping the bird.
I don't want Seth to.
No, you don't want him hanging out with that kid.
No.
You
Seth's
and
Seth's in bed by 10 o'clock.
You know who you are.
Yeah. But so that's like, I remember like
Yeah.
I would hang out with kids in my neighborhood. I didn't even like them,
Because they were there.
but they were there, and it was like, hey, we're
Yeah.
going to hang out. What are you playing, basketball?
You're
I
on
don't
the
like
same bus,
basketball,
you know what I
but
mean?
yep. So I'm looking forward to it. I felt like yesterday after church, it was like a kind of like a buzz. People were really hyped up. They're looking forward to first, second, and third John.
They were playing.
So-
They wanted to play basketball together.
Yeah.
Now,
No,
what you guys do? Playing basketball?
Yeah.
I didn't like basketball.
Yeah. Well, I told my sister, like I texted Emerson had a game the other night, and it was that night. Was that like Thursday night or Saturday night? It was like super cold. It was like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, don't even bother coming to the game. It's going to be super cold. It's going to be super miserable. And I was like, yeah, but it's a chance for us to hang out.
Sure.
Like,
David loves hanging out.
yeah. So it was like, we just brought a blanket and we hung out, and it was like, there was probably like 6 or 7, not in just my sister and Jason. There was other friends that were there, and yeah, aunts and uncles. And
You said 6, 7.
I did say 6, 7, you weirdo. All right, we're going to take a quick break where I'm going to smack Bill for doing 6, 7. I thought that was dead.
I just brought it back. I just
Oh
neck
my
wrote it.
gosh. I think is there a 41 too? There's another number.
I'm not hip. I'm a boomer.
You are a boomer. All right. We're going to come back to what you chewing on.
What you chewing on?
Oh, wow. You're not.
Just,
must be
um,
chewing on some
I'm,
Takis or
I'm
something.
anticipating the slap. And so, what you chewing on? Be right back.
Thanks for hanging out with David and Bill. If you're enjoying the Revolve recap, don't forget to make it official. Hit that subscribe button and leave a review on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts. It's the easiest way to stay in the loop with the mission and the family here at Revolve. Go ahead, give that follow button some love. And now, back to the guys.
What you chewing on?
What you chewing on?
What you chewing on?
Man,
T-shirt.
I tried so hard yesterday. Mallory, she was singing, and I wanted to like try to sing harmonies with her because whenever you sing, like you know how to sing harmonies, and I was like, what would Bill sing in this part? And I'm always like, ooh,
But you know
nope,
what?
That's not it.
In your defense, like Before the Throne of God is a really hard song. Mallory was singing in a female key, and so like that was hard to find harmony on that.
I tried.
It was
I
tough
tried.
because I was trying to do it too, and I was like, Before the Throne
So
of
do what you
God.
chewing on, and I'm gonna try to find the harmony.
Do I sing it slowly? What you
Do it 3 times. Do it 3
What you chewing on?
What you chewing on?
What you chewing on?
What you
today?
chewing? Was that a good
Nailed it.
harmony?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Davy Crockett.
Yep.
What are you chewing on with that
Ooh.
beaver hat?
Oh, what am I wearing today? My Phillies hat?
Phillies
There's my
hat.
Phillies hat. Yep.
What you chewing on
Corey
that
gave
Phillies
this to me
hat?
for Father's Day. I am, we've been looking at Paul in 1st and 2nd Corinthians and now Galatians, and he's talking about the law a lot and talking about freedom in Christ a lot. And
Start of a great conspiracy theory.
And I've been chewing on this. Like, I get it. Yes, we have freedom from the law and we're not slaves to the law anymore.
Okay.
But at the same time, and I know you'll be like, well, that's just because you grew up in a Nazarene.
No, I would never say
But
that.
there's this bit in me that's like, to honor Christ and the sacrifice of the cross and his love for us, I want to obey the law.
Sure.
And it's like I have a hard time what I'm chewing on is just that freedom from sin, but at the same time being like, I want to be strict. I want to like force myself to be holy because, Jesus says, if you love me, you'll obey me, or be holy as I am holy.
Yeah.
So there's like that wrestling match of like, I know I'm free from the law, but at the same time, when I do sin, I have a hard time not beating myself up because I'm like, man, I let Jesus down. But then at the same time, you're like, but he died, so I didn't have to say that. Like,
Sure.
He died, so I am free from the damage of that sin. So that's what I've been chewing on this last couple
I think
days.
that's like 3 things to chew on.
I got a big mouth.
It's I feel
Actually, I have
like
a small mouth. That's why my teeth were so crooked.
it's just small with your mouth, like a
My-
little, like a little
No,
chipmunk.
my orthodontist said my jaw was too small for my face.
Yeah, because that's why you eat like this.
Yep.
So anyway, chewing on. Yeah,
So that's what I've been chewing on.
chewing on. Yeah, it's interesting. So I think a couple things as I listen to you chew. One would be like, yeah, so because of Christ, what he did, we want to obey him.
Yeah.
I think the question is it born out of love or is it born out of trying to pay him back? You know what I mean? And like prove, oh, I'm worth it, Jesus. I was talking to someone about this last night.
Wow.
I feel
that's
like-
a good follow-up question because I feel like it could be both for me.
Yeah, when I think like for some people, for me, when I was younger in my faith, I really felt like it was like, I'm going to prove to Jesus that I'm worth it. So like, what do
Yeah.
you want me to sacrifice? And what do
Yeah.
you want me to do? And I'm a good investment, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like that kind
Yep.
of idea. That guy's a moron, but not me.
Yep.
And so I think that's kind of what Paul is talking about. But even that isn't exactly what he's talking about because Paul's talking specifically about returning to the law. And so I don't have my journal in front of me, but one of the things I was thinking about the other day,
I have my journal. You
that
want to read
won't
it?
help me. One of the things I was thinking about the other day is like the aspect of the law they were returning to was circumcision. And so it's not like they were trying to return to,
That ship has
Dylan-
sailed, Billy.
well, it's not like they were trying to return to, hey, make sure you don't have an affair or something
Yeah.
like that. And so I said to Gina, I said, what would be an example of something that people, like if someone came to you and they were like, you have to do this. And you'd be like, I don't really want to do this because nobody wants to get
Yeah,
circumcised
no,
as an adult.
No.
So it'd be something that someone was like, well, you have to do this. And you're like, I really don't want to do this.
Like not eat pork.
from
Like
the
no
law.
bacon.
Yeah. So like food restrictions would be a good example. Or if someone told you had to like follow all of these like religious holidays or something like that. And Gina gave the example of dietary restrictions. She's
Mhm.
like, I feel like that would be because like the circumcision thing isn't really a modern debate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that idea of like, oh, I need to do this. I feel all this pressure to do this. Because like the moral law is still valid. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And we're not supposed to break the moral law just because you're, born again doesn't mean now you can beat up your landlord. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That kind of idea. But we don't have to follow the religious law, the ceremonial law, and we don't have to do those kinds of things. And so just thinking through that, where it's like, because it's like, it's not a direct correlation between well, I want to honor my wife now because of Jesus. Well, you should want to honor your wife, because of Jesus' sacrifice.
That's actually really good. I don't have to chew on it anymore because you answered you corrected what I was chewing on. I was chewing on the wrong thing, so now I got to chew on something else.
Chewing on the wrong thing. I just think it
was very helpful though. Because it's going back to the ceremonial law and all that. That's what they were doing in Galatia.
Yeah, someone came through and was like, "Yo, you bros ain't even circumcised."
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, we gotta get circumcised."
Yeah,
and I feel like that's a little bit harder for us to wrap our brain around because, it would be like if someone said, "Hey, you're not allowed to eat any of those things, or you're not allowed to wear those clothes, or these," and we're like, "Oh, I need to do this. I need to celebrate all the Jewish festivals and do this."
Yeah,
I don't know, but I think for me, what am I chewing on in Galatians is the idea that
just thinking of some of the random laws in Leviticus.
Yeah,
it's like
don't wear polyester.
When a bull kicks you. Or your donkey falls in a hole.
That's it.
There's all those like really random ones.
There's all these donkeys just laying in holes.
Yep.
No, I think what I was thinking on from Galatians was the idea of, hey, you're saved by faith. You are sanctified. You grow by faith. God does miracles by faith. And just like I said before, like just how we're so quick to run back to the law and rely on the law and say, well, I really want God to bless my family. And so I'm going to make sure that I do these things. And if I do those things, then God will bless my family. Or, I really want to be used on this mission trip. And if I would just do this, then God will use. And I feel like, I don't care who you are. I feel like everybody thinks that way on some level. You know what I mean? Or they think the opposite and they're like, just do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And so both of those are wrong.
Yeah.
And I think it is a razor's edge. And you realize the enemy always wants you either to perform and try to be better, or he wants you to pretend and act like you're better than you are. That's what the enemy wants you to do. Instead of just being honest before God.
That's a good, so either perform,
where you're like, I'm going to show God that I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Or you pretend. And you're like, God, I'm actually really good. And you're just hiding your sin in the darkness.
Yeah. Wow. That's great.
Well, I don't know if it's great, but.
No, it's a good thing to chew on. This is, I think sharing what you're chewing on is, when we talk about community and we talk about authentic Christianity, is sharing what you're chewing on is a big part of that.
I agree.
And I think that we've talked about this on other podcasts, episodes.
Our Sasquatch Hunters podcast.
I don't think it's I think it's worth repeating, is that having Christ-centered conversations doesn't have to be only at DG or only on Sunday morning or only at Sunday school.
Because we're not disembodied people.
Yes.
It's like, and that's what I wish people would understand.
And if you're not chewing on something, then you're not abiding.
Yes.
Because if you're reading the word, something should be rocking you, confusing you, exciting you. Something should be filling your mind with either curiosity, wonder, fear. There should be some sort of feeling that you're like, wow, I'm encountering this, and I got to keep processing it. It's like you watch like the movie like Inception, and for the week afterwards, you're like, what was that movie? What was going on?
Just that train noise. That's all I think of.
Yeah. But because it was so like, such a weird, powerful movie, like you're going to think about it, and that's how the word of God should be. That's how our Christian walk should be. So stop doing it.
I won't do it again. No, it's true, guys. I think it goes back to what we said before. Our desire, we talked about today at prayer, actually. We were saying that some people are always waiting. It's like, well, we talk about the Bible at our weekly DG. And those people who think that way, I'm going to go out on a branch here, Lim, you're never going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas then
say that again.
Some people's understanding of Christianity and discipleship and community is, I talk about these things when I get together with my DG.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's your understanding of Christian community, you're never going to be happy. But what it really is I have friendships, and because I'm growing and David's growing and George is growing and Carl is growing, when we get together, what we're chewing on, what we're thinking about, what we're wrestling through naturally comes out. And that's what's life-giving. But like if your understanding of community is, well, I have Christian community from 6 to 7:30 on Tuesday nights, then that's not Christian community. It's community. What's your community? And then you breathe Christ into it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Totally makes sense.
And I think people don't get that. And then they get frustrated because they're like, well, look at all these people who have community. And it's like, yeah, but you're completely disconnected from everybody. You don't hang out with people. You don't have relationships, like these kinds of ideas. It's just something to chew on.
Yeah. Oh, some more to chew on.
More to chew on. Okay.
What is God teaching you and what are you doing about it? That was the first question when Billy started discipling me. He would ask me that question, and what a great question. What a great question to ask people.
What is God teaching you and what are you doing about it? I talked with the kids at No Limits about that on Thursday.
Yeah.
I asked them on Thursday. I said, we're going to talk about it on Monday.
All right.
We'll see what they do.
See what they do.
David, I thought of a conspiracy.
Oh.
I don't know if we should tell people, but we will.
Okay.
Because our user base is small enough.
Yeah.
You'll know if it catches on.
Okay.
Let's start mispronouncing all of the books of the Bible, like with the wrong emphasis. And we'll just act like it's because we're scholars and we know.
Like, oh, I was reading Galatians.
Yeah, like so you were saying Ephesians.
Galatians.
So, yeah, Ephesians. Things like
Ephesians.
that. Yes. You know, when you read the book of Ephesians, Corinthians,
yes,
and we'll say things like that. And then we'll just see if people start doing it. Because it sounds right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a conspiracy theory.
Because Sasquatch did it.
Yeah. All right.
We're coming back with announcements.
We are coming back with announcements.
We're going to announce the heck out of these things.
Yep. And they might all be conspiracies.
Oh, we should have a conspiracy.
Yeah. We're like, Thursday, we're meeting in the woods.
One of these is going to be a conspiracy.
And you got to guess which one it is.
Okay. We'll come back in a second.
Come back.
Got a question about last week's sermon? A discipleship challenge you're navigating? Or maybe a question of the day that David and Bill need to answer? We want to hear from you. Send your thoughts and questions over. info@revolvechurchnj.com. Your voice is a huge part of the conversation, so don't be shy. Drop us an email and you just might hear it on a future episode.
Hey guys, welcome. It is time for your weekly announcements, and to spice it up, one of these announcements isn't real.
Whoa.
One of these announcements.
So it's like a 3 truths and a lie.
Yes. One of these announcements is a straight up conspiracy, and you got to figure out which one it is.
All right. Well, I'm going to go first.
Okay.
So we got Women's Prayer and Fellowship.
Yes.
It's on Saturday, April 25th at 9 a.m. in the Revolve office, otherwise known as the podcast studio, otherwise known as the place that sometimes I take a nap. Is that truth?
Yes.
Okay, that's truth. So if you're a lady and you want some fellowship, you want some prayer, you want to hang out, you want to meet with other ladies and do whatever ladies do, that's the time to come. 9 o'clock this Saturday, April 25th. Be there.
Be there if you're a lady. Square. So also coming up, we have baptisms on May 31st. Also that Sunday, by the way.
We got to talk about that.
Why?
You blew it last week. Go ahead.
All right. We got baptisms on May 31st at Southern Cape Christian School.
Yep.
Because we got kicked out of Lower Cape May Regional that week. We're going to have a little inflatable pool. We're going to sing some songs, do some testimonies, dunk some peoples.
And it's outside. Gina told us, remember, we forgot to tell people, this is outside. Bring your lawn chair, bring a beach blanket. Bring an extra beach chair for maybe someone who forgot one.
And because it's baptisms.
I'm not going to bring a beach chair. I'll forget.
And because it's baptisms, it's technically BYOB. It's bring your own baptism.
Oh.
Or bring your own booyah if you're celebrating.
Yeah, you're like, booyah.
That's it. Whenever someone gets dunked, we'll yell booyah.
So it's outside Southern Cape Christian School. That's on Route 9.
AKA CCA.
Yeah, aka Cape May County Christian School.
Yep.
And so it's same time though, 10 o'clock outside.
10
Is a
o'clock.
band playing? Are we doing like worship and praise? Are we going to
Yep.
do all that?
But it's 5 ukuleles.
5 ukuleles. All right. All right. What else? What else?
So if you sign up if you want to get baptized, we have 2 classes.
Yes.
Can you tell us when the classes are?
They
David?
are May 10th, Sunday at 8:30. So that would be like before church.
Sure.
And then there's May 12th. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. here in the office/podcast studio.
Yes.
So if you are interested in getting baptized, you have questions about baptism, just because you sign up for the class doesn't mean you have to get baptized. Maybe you're just, you're just learning. You're wanting to understand, and that's
true.
good. This is baptism is a very important, very big, symbolic step in your faith, and we want to walk through it with you. We don't want you to just go willy nilly, not knowing what you're doing.
No.
Nope.
No, that would be bad.
Yep.
Fine.
Finally, we have one more announcement. So,
Final announcement is we are announcing our mission trips. We have one in October to Southeast Asia. We're going to be doing those signups soon because we got to lock in the flights before they skyrocket in cost.
mm-hmm.
And also, you may have read in the news recently that they think they found the cradle of life where Garden of Eden was, and it's underneath the pyramids. And so we're doing an excursion in May.
There we go.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve.
And
We can only take 6 or 7 people.
And they think it might have the garden might have been built by Nephilim.
That's your announcements. That's the Revolve recap. If you aren't subscribed, if you like these announcements and you're only watching them in the announcement mini version
Guys,
that comes
watch
in your
the full
email,
podcast.
there is a whole podcast. There is 48 minutes that happened before this. That is
Amazing.
comedy, drama, wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we have a good Reverend Doctor that comes and speaks.
We had like 16 guest speakers today.
That's a lie. We actually talked a lot about conspiracy theories. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Tune in. We'll see you next week.
See you Sunday.